What's up, nerds? This is Nick, aka Pixels to Life, and I am here with my boy Nikz.
Sup?
And we are bringing you the final piece of the puzzle here. We are putting together all of the elements that you've seen in the previous 2 episodes. By the way, if you missed those 2 episodes, we're going to have some annotations on the screen for you that you can click and go back and watch those, so you know what's going on here. But we're going to be taking all the elements that we've done in the previous episodes and creating the final design.
Yep, the crop of the cream.
Yes, something like that.
So, what did you do for the background? What blend modes? How did you edit it and stuff?
Well, as you'll see in the video, there was a lot of trial and error. In episode 2, we talked a lot about trial and error and how important it is to the process of the overall design. And this background was no exception, because we designed all the elements separately. Even though we had the final design in mind when we were designing them, getting all the elements to work properly together was no small task, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And
it's usually that way. When you have something in your mind, and if you want to design something in Photoshop and you try to do it but it doesn't work, and if you try several times, if you're stubborn like me, you're gonna try until you get it. But if you're the one who gives up very easily, if you fail 3 times while doing something, let's say if you want to do the Black Ops 2 guide that we did in episode 1, if, for example, say you didn't get it the way you wanted it, and if you're give up really easy, then you would have just said, fuck it, after 3 tries. But if you want to be graphics designer, I'm going to give you as a tip, do not say fuck it when you're doing something. Just try, and with error comes, what is it called, success and experience as well. So if you don't get it the first time, try it maybe 3 weeks later or something. Just take a break from it and come back with a fresh mind.
yeah, that was exactly what I was about to say, is just sometimes it's a lot better to just set it aside and work on something else, or just stop working altogether, because for me especially, if I get frustrated with something, I just get absolutely nothing done on it. Even if I am sitting there and I'm determined to finish it and it needs to be done, if I get frustrated with it, I might as well quit just right then, because I'm not going to get anything done on it. I just need to set it aside and move on to something else, or take a break for a while, because there's just no good that's going to come out of that frustration.
Yeah, because if you get frustrated, this is kind of personal though, but there was one day when something happened. I'm not going to actually go into what happened, and I had some clients to work with, and they wanted me to do backgrounds and thumbnails, and I wasn't in the graphics mood. I went into Photoshop and I was I can't do anything. And at that time, the same day, I had a client who was switching from Machinima to IGN. I'm pretty sure you know who it is, Pixels.
Yep.
And he was just miserable. Hello, client, if you're watching this.
Hello.
But he was miserable and all. It's super hard to switch from switch between networks, especially from Machinima to IGN and all. So it was miserable, and he wanted stuff to be done, and I wasn't in the best mood and all. So I think we got into a little argue, and I was I'm going to be mature and not speak to this client anymore, because it's just going to end up really, really bad. So I just chilled, wasn't on Skype, I wasn't by the computer the whole day, I didn't do graphics or anything. So if something happens, just chill. You don't have to do graphics all the time. Your clients should understand that if you're not in the mood, or if you're feeling down, they shouldn't pressure you yeah, do it but you do it later tonight or anything. Just that's the thing. They should respect you, your personal life, because you do have a life as well. You're not a robot. So.
Yep. And definitely make sure that you let your clients know ahead of time that, if there is a deadline set and you're not going to make that deadline, the sooner you let them know that you're not going to make that deadline, the better. If you wait all the way up until when it's due and you're like, oh shit, it's not done, that client's going to be pissed, and rightfully so. But if you let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm working on it, kind of run into a little roadblock here, and I need a little extra time, most clients are going to work with you, as far as that's concerned. So don't be afraid to approach them and just be like, totally my bad. A lot of people are more understanding than you think they will be. So, at least bringing up is a lot better than just waiting until it's due and then dropping that bomb on them.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you can't make a deadline, or if you can't do something within a deadline, let's say I usually have, when I do my designs, I usually tell my clients it will take between 2 and 4 days, with the exception if something happens and I have to do something else, like in my real life. So I usually say, when I start working on a design, I was like, I will get it done in approximately 2 days, but if I don't, it will be done in 4 days. So when I actually do a design with a client, I do not start on any, I don't start working with other people. I'd say I'm working right now, and I actually work with this client until he says it's good, and until I see it on his channel, because that way I know I can safely transfer the money from my PayPal to my actual bank account without them saying I want a refund. It's kind of stupid though.
Yeah.
Because I can't transfer money from my PayPal, from my bank account to my PayPal, and I really want to do it. So I make sure the client is happy with the design before I actually start transferring the money.
Yep. Definitely want to make sure that my policy, and I don't know if it's the same for you, Nikz, but my policy is to never accept money up front, for that exact reason, is returns are such a pain in the ass if you ever have to do them. So I always tell my clients, whenever I'm done and you have the final product deployed, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch or whatever you're using it for, then the money will exchange hands, but not until then.
I really don't have the policy. The thing is, I usually charge before starting. 2 main reasons. One is motivation, because you get motivated for getting money, but the second thing is, I've had 3 clients who actually have scammed me. I'm gonna pay you when you're done. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you when you're done, and I do this thing, and I never actually get paid. They just remove me from Skype and block me on Twitter, YouTube, and
wow,
kind of stupid. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna risk it. And a lot of people are actually cool with it. They don't mind, because a lot of actually graphics artists charge before starting, because like my good friend Marco Arts and all, and that's a safer way to do it, because you get your money, and if the client gets their product, and if they don't like it, you can just return the money, safely.
Yep.
So yeah.
So again, that's the thing about design world. Every designer does it different, whether it's the design process, the payment process, whatever it is. If you came to me for a design and I did something for you, it would likely be drastically different if you went to Nikz and asked him to do something for you. But
graphic designers have their own style of making stuff.
And even even if you came to me and said, cut out this circle, I would probably do it different than what Nikz would do. That's just how vast Photoshop and other design programs are, is there's just so much flexibility and so many different ways to do something. It could always come out differently.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, and so one funny thing that I actually have seen on YouTube, like especially YouTube channels, is a lot of smaller designers who have like 50 subs, 25 subs, call themselves professional. And I actually went to a graphics artist. I think he has like 2 or 4K subs. His name is Consertion. I think you guys might know who he is. And it says like professional graphic designer. And I was like, I just went on his video and said, bro, what makes you professional? It was a guy I said, because he charges for his work. Like, well, hell, then I'm professional as well.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh.
To be counted as a professional, I think you have to spend like at least 10,000 hours with that thing you're doing.
Well, yeah, that kind of, I kind of agree with you there a little bit, but also if you've done work with like a design firm, like a recognized design firm, you know, I think you can consider yourself a professional then.
Yeah, like Evan Eckert, he works with Morel Works.
Yep.
So
yeah, so you can. I don't think anyone's questioning whether Evan Eckert is a professional or not, but yeah, definitely a good example there. I mean, I consider myself a professional. I worked with a web design company for over 2 years, so. You know, I've done work for, you know, clients outside of someone saying, hey bro, I need a background design, you know. I've done actual professional published work, so, you know, I would consider myself a professional, but, you know, maybe that's just me being a dick, I don't know.
No, the thing is, like, if you work with, for example, I work with FPS Russia. Apparently, according to Paintball Kitty, I'm their graphics guy, which is interesting. I work with a comedian called Nikz and I. I think he lives in he's English, but he lives in America. Apparently, has his own show on Comedy Central and all.
Nice.
And I've like done a few posters for like famous like rappers and artists here in Sweden, you know. Because I think like a lot of like my work has like actually got out there somehow. I have no idea how.
Yep.
But that's good because you get opportunities whether it's from like YouTube or in real life because people recognize you. And I wouldn't call myself professional. I do this for a hobby, but I'm a professional. Maybe I'm pro at my hobby. So I don't know. Nice.
Well, definitely veering from the topic here a little bit, and we really enjoyed doing this design, and we'll definitely be doing more of these in the future. Maybe we'll hook Nikz up with a sweet background, since this background's going to be mine. But
a partnership, and then we can do one.
Yep, exactly. That's what we'll do. We'll do a Yay for Nikz Getting Partner collaboration. So you guys can actually help out with that by going over to Nikz channel and subscribing. And if you're watching this on Nikz,
my video,
yep.
My channel, my video, go subscribe to Pixels. He's awesome.
Yep, so definitely check us both out. Like this video, comment. If you have any questions or anything like that, we'll both be more than willing to answer those questions. But guys, hope you enjoyed this little mini series, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll talk to you guys